Alright, so this is a review of how to do lesson 6. So, we're dividing 3 by 1/4. So it's how many groups of 1/4 are in 3. So, it says draw a tape diagram, then answer the question. So, we want 1/4 in 3, so that's 4 times 3. So in other words, we want 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. Well, 4/4 is 1 whole. Well, we want 3 wholes, so 4 times 3 is 12. So that's why we want 12 boxes. And each box represents 1/4 because we want equal groupings. And so this is basically a lesson on counting. So we've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so now we want groups of 1. So we are going to let's pick a different color. Color in, we're going to shade in groups of 1. So there's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. And now back to this one. And if you don't have multiple colors, you can do something as simple as a pattern and then go the other way. And then so that you can see the different groups. So then that would be dark. I got off my color pattern. All right. And so then we look and we go, well, how many groupings did I have? Well, so for me, since I use different colors, I count the different colors. If you did a pattern, you count the different pattern. You count the times the pattern changed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so the answer to the question is 12. There are 12 groups. So 1/4 goes into 3 12 times. Now, the type of question that everybody seems to struggle with is describe or explain. This means use words, okay? So we're not just going to actually draw a tape diagram, because we have to explain how to do it. Okay, so you're trying to explain to somebody who is absent how to do this. Okay, so this would be, draw a bar. That's step 1. Okay, and we can do this as bullet points. Okay, it doesn't say write a paragraph or anything. So step 2. Split it into equal sections. Now, since it's 3 divided by 3/5, we want 3 wholes and we need to divide it into fifths because that's our bottom number. Excuse me. Okay, our next step, I have email. And that's what that message is. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Now, since the top number is 3, the numerator we make groups of 3. It's jumping on me. Step 4. Count how many whole groups we have Step 5. Find what fraction or part of a group we have left. And write it as a fraction. Six. Put the whole number with the fraction to get your answer. Okay. So yes, that is a long answer, but that's what it takes sometimes. It is not a simple, oh, I just found the answer, I'm done. It said describe, so we have to actually describe. Now, just because it's a...
Mr. Burke?
Okay. So, an answer of IDK is not acceptable for this. Now, for question 3. How many groups of half days are in a week? Now, a lot of you immediately go 14. Well, the problem is, that's not what it's asking. Part A says, write a multiplication equation or a division equation to represent the question. Okay, so Well, in 1 week, there are 7 days. So, 7 times question mark is 1/2. 1/2 times question mark equals 7. You can switch those around, and that's fine. 7 divided by 1/2 equals question mark. Okay. These are the two best answers. And this works, but it's not going to give you a good answer. These will give you the same answer. And so these are the two answers you want. Now, again, we could rewrite this one as question mark times 1/2 is 7. But it's not asking you to answer the question. You use a question mark because it's unknown. We haven't actually solved it. Then it says draw a tape diagram to show the relationship. Again, it doesn't actually ask you to solve it. So we need groups of we need halves into 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 7. Well, I need groups of half, so I'm going to split these in half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And so now here's where the coloring begins. We need groups of 1. Okay. And so we've got our groups of 1. And so there we go. There's our tape diagram showing groups of 1. And we can even go 1, 1, 1. And this part isn't absolutely necessary, but it's a good use to show. Okay. But again, it doesn't ask you for the answer. Now, for number 4. Diego says the answer to the question of how many groups of 5/6 are in 1 is 6/5 or 1 1/5. Do you agree? Explain or show. Well, to show, we draw a tape diagram. So we want 1 whole. Well, we want 6ths. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of these is 1/6. Well, we want a group of 5. So that's one group. Well, now we've only got one box out of 5. And so that's 1 out of 5. So I've got 1/5, 1 and 1/5. And so, well, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So, yes, I agree. And so I showed my reasoning. But you have to actually show it. Okay, and question 5. Select all that can be represented by how many groups of 4/5 are in 1. Well, that's 4/5. 1 divided by 4/5, because we're asking how many 4/5 go into 1. Well, there's choice E. And then, as a multiplication question, we move this over here and make it multiply. So 1 is equal to question times 4/5. So question times 4/5 is equal to 1 is choice D. Now we can also do 4/5 times question equals 1. Well, no. Okay. And so it's just D and E. And so that's it.